This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Starcraft Super Lite MAXX, and the model number is 18 RBS. Alright, so this is a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So to start off with, you have regular scissor type stabilizers, and it comes with a crank for your a bit for your drill. You can also use a crank on it. This right here is the swing out bracket for your grill. Now there's let me see if I can get a picture of it here. There's also a quick connect for this grill, so you can plug it in, of course. That's it right there under the bumper. Hopefully you can see that okay. That's the quick connect fitting to connect the grill to the LP system. Okay, you have a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. This is the vent for the range hood. Keep that in mind. Now, there's a baffle in there, so if you're going to be venting to the outside, you always want to free this baffle up so it flaps freely. Otherwise, you can snap it shut for travel and for storage, that sort of thing. Let's see what else we have here. Let me move forward. Now this is pre-wired for 3 cameras, a backup camera, and then the door side and off door side cameras. You can see this has a dummy piece in it right here, but if you wanted to install cameras, you can get the kit, and like I said, there's a backup camera and then 2 side cameras, and this would come off and it would fit right in there. So if you ever want to do that, it's pre-wired for that. Now you have a hitch in here, which is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We're going to show you how that operates when you pick up, but it's a good hitch, and it does have built-in sway control, so that means you can back up with it and all that stuff. So this is just your sprayer for your spray port right there. Another crank is 3/4 inches, just like the socket. You can see right there. Now this 3/4 inch socket and crank will also work for the power tongue jack, right? It's all powered. It's got a hitch light on it, that sort of thing. But if it ever fails, you can pull this plug out of the top, and then you can use the crank or a socket on a drill, and you can actually operate this manually in an emergency if you have to. Okay, so that can always get you out of trouble. You have 2 LP tanks, 2 30-pound LP tanks with which are full, and it has a automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery, which is brand new. Okay. These are docking lights here. I think, yeah, here, right there. Okay. Here's your other wired light there if you want to add to the camera set. Okay, so here is your water heater. Okay, so this works on both gas and electric. The thing to remember is you always want to you never want to run it without water in the tank, so keep that in mind. If you drain it out, you know, because you're not going to be camping for a few months, just remember to refill it before you turn on either energy source. Otherwise it'll damage it and you have to get it repaired. This is where you drain it from right here. It's an 1 1/16 6-point socket to do that, plus you need an extension and a ratchet or a bar to break it with. The switches to operate it are inside the trailer. I'll show you those when we get inside. This slide out is, just so you know, there are different types. This one is referred to as a Schwinn-Tech. You can tell by the 2 tracks on each side. It has 2 motors that run and synchronize with each other. You have a slide topper up here. Also on your roof you have roof racks, you know, you have a solar panel. You have a really good digital antenna. And we'll talk more about that when we get inside. You have a 30 amp, 30-foot power cord, and we give you an adapter to adapt it down to a 20 so you can plug it in at home while you're packing, that sort of thing. You have a black tank valve for your black tank, which is toilet water and waste. You have gray tank, which is sink and shower water. Generally speaking, you're going to dump the black first because it's the dirtiest of the water, and then you'll kind of wash it out with the gray. Keep that in mind. There's also a cap that goes on there. Okay, so we come over here to the water dock, and this is your city water hookup right here. Very simple. Now, if you look at this blue lever right here, this valve, you can see there's two different positions. When it's vertical like that, it means that it's city water. So if your hose is hooked on there, you got city water, you just turn it on, you're all set. Now, if you're going to a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can switch the position of this, and that will fill, it says tank fill, that will fill the fresh water tank, and then you can use the onboard pump to pump the water out of the tank, and everything will work as though you have city water. Okay, this is your black tank flush right here. Okay, so after you dump your black tank, you can leave the valve open. You have to leave the valve open, like it states on this sticker here. You put the hose on there, turn it on, it'll spray the inside of your black tank out. It'll clean off the sensors really well, so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing. If you have a hose that's working at the dump station, then I would highly recommend doing that. And this is where that blue coiled sprayer plugs into that I showed you right there. Okay. All right. You have a ladder, which is great because it makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. Just look at the sealant. Make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can leak in. Look at the roofing attachments and the roofing material. Make sure it wasn't damaged by low branches or a road debris flipping up there or anything like that. And also, like I stated earlier, it's pre-wired for a backup camera, so you have your backup camera housing there. You can do this so you only put a backup camera on, or you can get the whole set and have the two side cameras and the backup camera, if you're interested. Okay, so let's go inside here. Alright. So, this is your griddle, and this is the rack that the griddle hangs on right here. We'll show you how that works when you pick up. There's a hose up in the front compartment that I didn't show you, but the hose will screw on here, and then it has a quick connect on it so you can connect it to the LP system. In this packet are all the paperwork with it. This is the drill attachment I told you about, 3/4 inch. Your keys are right here, of course. Smoke detector batteries. And I know what this is, but why you have it, I haven't determined it. It was in the packet. I'm just going to leave it there. Obviously, it's a clamp or clip, but I don't know. I've never seen one just in a packet. I have no idea where it goes, but we'll keep an open mind about it. This is your remote for your TV. Your TV is not just a TV. It's a FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet. You got HDMI in, and you have two speaker zones, inside the trailer and outside the trailer. It's also on a bracket that swings in and out. Keep that in mind. While we're on the subject, here, let me put this back in. This was the one that was in there. Let me see, so I don't forget. Okay, so this is a Wineguard Gateway. Basically what it does is a signal booster for your digital antenna, one thing, right? Second thing is it's a gateway router. So it'll connect you to campground Wi-Fi. It's a signal booster. It's a good thing. There's an app you have to load onto your phone for it. Plus, if you were just to go, I don't have my phone on me, but if you were just to go to the Wi-Fi section of your phone, you'll see it here as Wineguard. You'll recognize that that's your gateway. So you can, like I said, you can get better, improved public Wi-Fi by using it. There's also paid aspects of, if you wanted to have cellular service, you'd pay a monthly fee through your carrier. And there's also a GPS booster on it also. but those are items you'd have to pay for. Most people just use the free public Wi-Fi booster, so keep that in mind. It works in conjunction with your Wineguard 360 antenna that's on the roof, so it's a kind of a package. Some of them, some trailers, this won't be here. It'll just be a little round plastic disc that's screwed to the ceiling that covers up the wires. This one comes equipped with it, so I've only seen a few of them that have the complete package, so yours is one of them. Okay, let's see what else we've got. You got storage underneath the bed, of course. If you look over here, you've got your control panel. So you have your awning with a, whoops, let me get the light on, with a light. So it's a power awning. Never leave it out unattended, of course. If you're not going to be at the campsite, keep it rolled in. This is for your slide room right here. The two lights. Your water pump, which I told you about, for pumping water out of the fresh water tank. If you don't have city water, also it's used for winterizing the trailer, right there. To light your water here on gas, it's there. To light it on electric, it's like that. Never turn it on without water in the tank. And then of course your batteries charge, fresh water, your black water and your gray water. Okay, they graduate up in 1/3 increments as it goes. Let me walk a little farther here. Let me see what else we have here. Let me walk outside for 1 second here. Somewhere here is the solar controller. Oh, I know. That somebody had locked that the other compartment door. It's probably down there. Let me see. Let me find the keys here. Okay. Okay, let's go look. These locks are all keyed alike, so you don't have to have a bunch of keys, which is kind of cool. Let me look around. Oh, it's back on the other side, see? I'm getting closer, though. All right. There we go. Okay, so this device here is your solar controller. I don't know if I can get a good picture, so I'll just have to talk you through it a bit. If you push it, this button, the top button, it'll tell you how many. First of all, you got 13.8 volts coming from the battery, which is perfect. You're gaining 3.3 amps from the sun at this point. You have amp hours there, and the back to 13.7. So you get the different readings from the solar panel, which is on the roof. Now, if it just shows when you're looking at gain from the sun, what your solar panel is putting in the battery. If it says 0, 0, and then it starts flashing FUL, it's telling you that the battery is totally charged. I mean, there's you can't fit any more electricity in it, so it's just not putting any in it. So that's why it's saying 0.0. If you were to just run it a bit and use up some of the energy in your battery, you'll see that it goes right back to charging normally after that. Okay? So that's your solar controller. Okay. Back inside. Okay. You have a convection microwave, right? This is the range hood, fan and light. I told you, remember about the baffle on the outside when you're running the fan. Let's see what we have here. So this one you have to light. I'm just trying to make sure here because I don't. Yeah, this one you have to light with a. One more time here. Yeah, this one you light with a lighter. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes they've got a built-in sparker on them on the knob. This one doesn't. These are all the warning stickers. You can look at them. That's his French there. I'm taking this off because it's not winterized anymore. It's de-winterized, so I don't want you to think it is. Okay. And always travel with this shut also. So you got a 2-burner cooktop. Then this is your furnace. Off is clicking this all the way to the right. It's kind of a tough click, but to go right there, that's your furnace turning on right there. The thermostat is down here. So the furnace lights automatically. It's down here. And as soon as I shut that back off, the flame went out. But it will continue to cycle through, so it'll run for another minute or two. But that runs on LP gas. Your controls for your air conditioner are up here. Alright. This device down here is your power converter. So what this does, it takes 120 AC, regular household current. So you're plugged into at the campground. This is the distribution center right here, so you have circuit breakers like you'd see at home, regular 120 amp circuit breakers, AC circuit breakers, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses over here. And it's a battery tender. So as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery needs up front. And if it's charged, it'll only trickle a couple amps to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs to keep your battery charged, which is a great thing. So you got your solar panel charging the battery. When you're plugged in, this power converter charges the battery. And when you're pulling it down the road, the alternator, or the alternator on your tow vehicle will be charging the battery, so you can always keep it charged up. Alrighty? Okay. There's also the hair is over here. Let me move your table. Now the table you can stow wherever you want. Some people put it behind here. It's up to you. This couch also jackknifes flat into a bed, to turn it into a bed. Okay. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be green. If not, you want to get it serviced. If it goes off, it detected LP gas or carbon monoxide buildup. Obviously, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. Also, if it beeps the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. Here, so let's put it through the paces here. LP test is good, carbon monoxide coming up. And then the low battery alert. And then it goes back to green. It should always be green. If it's not, get it serviced, okay? Alright. So your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC compressor refrigerator. So it's very simple, on and off, and then you have your mode. The most common mode is A, automatic electricity. It's got the A plus the picture of the plug. So that means it automatically seeks out electricity. That's the most common way to run it. Let's say you can't find electricity, well then it'll automatically switch to gas and light it on gas, right? Or if you're gone for the day but the campground has a power outage, then it will it'll sense that there's no electricity and it'll light it on gas so it'll spoil your food. You can keep setting the mode. That's just electricity, just gas. But if you use that one, all electricity, if there's no electricity available, it'll use gas, okay? Alright. Let me look around here, see if I forgot anything. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower, of course. The toilet is an RV toilet, so let me move this out of the way. So the black tank is directly below, right down there. So you can't use it dry. So what I mean by that is you have to have chemical and water in the tank before you start using it. So if you pull into the campground, you park, you hook up your power and your water, then you're going to come in here, you're going to put one dose of chemical right in the bowl, then you're going to step on the pedal, water will come swirling out, you hold it down until you put about a gallon of water in there. So you got a gallon of water at least in the tank and chemical, and you're all set ready to use it. You can't use it dry because the smell will be terrible and it can get clogged up also. So you're always going to start off by putting chemical and water into the black tank. This is a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer, including the one on the outside, are wired through this GFCI, so keep that in mind. You'd reset it there. Alrighty. So, I think I covered all the main stuff here. Let me look around. I think we're good. Yes. So, I want to remind you, first of all, thanks for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, please remember what I said about inspecting your roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days, so a couple times this summer you're going to go up there, or somebody goes up there and just make sure everything's in good shape. You're just protecting your investment, and I find people, generally speaking, don't inspect the roof enough, so you're just staying ahead of things. So please do that. And right now, this is not winterized anymore. All the antifreeze has been purged from the system. It's been replaced with fresh water. Your water heater is in camping mode now, and it's filled with fresh water, so you're all set, ready to go. Okay? Thank you.